What's cracking, y'all? You are now watching Boo TV. Appreciate you for stopping in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and let's get into the topic for today. So I'm a little bit late getting this one. Went on a little vacation, but I'm back home now. And recently I heard that Stephen A. Smith was on the Podcast P program, which is Paul George's podcast, and it looks like he had a little conversation or dispute with Clutch Sports agent and Clutch Sports founder Rich Paul, one of LeBron James's best friends and minions, one of his minions of the highest order. They had a little conversation debate regarding LeBron James and where he's placed on the all-time greatest players list. Let's take a listen. I've only heard about what was said, but I haven't watched the video or heard the sound bite. But I'm here for it. Now let's get into it.
You see what I'm saying? You got LeBron. He used to drive me crazy with this. And that's why I came up with the tick on television. When I said, great dad, great husband, great director, great actor, great businessman. I did all of that. I said, did I miss anything? Did I miss anything? Because I got him as the second best player in the history of basketball. I got him ahead of Kareem. I got him behind no one but Jordan. And I said to Mr. Chirper himself, Rich Paul, my boy, and I said, you act like that's an insult. This dude, it is an insult. I said, get the fuck out of my face. Get the fuck out of my face. This is exactly what I said to him. I don't want to talk to you no more. You can't talk to me about it. When you going to treat me like I'm disrespecting a man by calling him in the history of the game that started in 1947, you're going to tell me that I am disrespecting a man by having him number 2 all the time. You have lost your damn mind. I'm not talking to you. And so what I'm saying is this. You got cats that want the lofty accolades. They want to be renowned for this. And they want to be recognized as that. But LeBron, and you know this, you're going to start laughing when I say this, because he's done this before. LeBron. Because I'm the best in the world. During the finals, remember that? When he's playing goes, I'm the best in the world, which he was. You know, that's how he felt, blah, blah, blah. They lose. Another year, wasn't the same series. Another year. I'm just trying to be best father that I could be and, be a good role model. God damn it, nobody's talking about that, man. You know good and damn well we talking about that damn jump shot you was shooting where you shot 2 for 10. Stop it. We nobody's questioning your character. You didn't ball that day. You didn't ball. Why you gonna go there? You trying to be slick. You're damn right he did it. And it's like, you're trying to be slick. Can we stick to ball, please? Nobody questioned your character. Nobody sat up there and said you're a scourge of the earth. You're not a role model. We don't love you. We don't care about you. Yo. You fucked up. You played bad that day. You'll play good tomorrow, but you play bad. And for you.
Yo, why Stephen A. Smith look like he just got finished doing an exorcism? That dude went and exorcised some demons out of some bronzexuals, went straight on to the Podcast P show. Didn't even change out of his clothes. Still rocking the liturgical vestments. Help me release these demons. Now, if you've been following this channel for quite some time, you probably know my opinions on certain people in the media, or really most people in the media, and the players, and my opinions on everything. And I've been on record saying I'm not big on Stephen A. Smith, just like I'm not big on all those guys from First Things First and Undisputed and First Take. But that doesn't, just because I'm not big on them doesn't mean that they don't be speaking the truth sometimes. Because sometimes they do, and then sometimes they just say outrageous stuff. But I guess it comes with the territory. But I agree, and I can't stand Stephen A. Smith, but I agree 100, 1,000, 1 billion trillion % with everything that he said. And this was more than I thought I was going to get in this video. So I'm glad he mentioned the other stuff afterwards, which I'll talk about that. First thing I want to talk about. Now, Stephen A. initially is like, when I used to put the ticker on, LeBron, best husband, best entrepreneur, best, soul survivor, best whatever, save the cat out of a tree, best humanitarian, father. I already said that. But anyway, yeah. That was a thing. And he would constantly say it on First Take. And then, like he said, the little ticker would come across the bottom, made it a little funny. But that right there, I cannot stand that. Especially when it comes to LeBron James. And it seems like LeBron James is the only player where people feel like they have to tiptoe around their words and basically preface an unpopular opinion about LeBron James. Well, an unpopular opinion as far as like mainstream media goes, right? The LeBron James Gobbling Committee, the Bronsexuals, the Bron Goblins, them people. Whenever you talking to them people, some people feel like they gotta, like I said, dance around their words and package it real pretty for them. Like, I don't mean to offend you, please. I don't mean to offend your king and your opinions. No. It's the only guy people do that for. Nah, the hell with that. I ain't doing all that. I'm gonna give my basketball opinion about LeBron James and speaking truth the same way y'all do that about other greats, except y'all don't be telling the truth. Y'all can sit here and slander every other great player and their name and their legacy, and you don't have that kindness and decency in your heart to preface it with any type of whatever statement before you drag their name through the mud. No. Everybody should be able to give their damn basketball take, talk about your favorite player, or talk about a player you don't like in any type of way without having to preface anything. Don't get me wrong. I understand prefacing comments with context to make it very clear about what you're trying to say. That's different than, putting words together delicately because you're worried about offending somebody that doesn't have the same opinion about you, about a basketball player or something basketball related. It's two very different things. It blows my mind that people always do this with LeBron James when they want to go against the grain of mainstream media. You got an opinion just like everybody else. Just give your basketball opinion. I can't do it. And he hadn't done that in a while because he used to do that a lot. I think that was during the times when Skip Bayless was still on First Take. Oh, no. Max Kellerman. He used to do that when Max Kellerman was on First Take, if I'm not mistaken. Might have started with Skip towards the end. I'm not sure. It doesn't matter. Now, next, get into the Rich Paul statement. The fact, it doesn't surprise me that Rich Paul said that. What did he say? That he feels disrespected or insulted. How dare you put LeBron James as the second greatest player of all time? Which I'm not surprised that he says that. He is like the minion of highest order in the LeBron James kingdom. Oh God, I can't believe I said that. I didn't mean it like as in calling him a king, because y'all know I would never call that guy a king or any man a king. So I didn't mean it like that. It's in the hierarchy of everything, right? Oh, I was trying to vomit in my mouth. Ugh. Yeah, I didn't mean it like that. But yeah, cause that's like his right hand man, right? So like you got dark side and you got Desaad. That's basically his Desaad, right? But yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. And the fact that he would say something like that, and he's so invested in this whole GOAT debate thing where it's so personal that they're pushing these agendas out and feeling some type of way when people don't want to agree with them. So I'm not surprised he thinks that, considering that there's no doubt in my mind over everything LeBron James has done and said over the last couple years, because LeBron James feels the same way about that. LeBron James demands your respect. LeBron James said that he should be everybody's greatest of all time. I ain't making this up. So obviously, LeBron James would feel insulted if he was anything other than number one in your heart. It's so silly. It's so damn silly. How dare you say I'm insulting you, your opinion, LeBron James, and all the bronzexuals? How dare you say that? For somebody to have the opinion that of all the players that have ever played basketball in the history of our earth, how dare you put this guy as a second? He ain't second on my list, but given Stephen A's example, how dare you insult us of the LeBron James order? Man, get the hell out of my face. No, you know what's insulting? I'll tell you what's insulting. I find it insulting to me and to my basketball IQ that you feel that my opinion that LeBron James isn't the GOAT is insulting you. So that's what's really insulting. Don't insult my basketball intelligence and my understanding of the history of our league and the history of our players. To call me out like I don't know what the hell I'm talking about because I don't bow down and suck off LeBron James. No, you're insulting me and everybody else that doesn't have LeBron James as number one. Don't insult my basketball intelligence. So Stephen A. Smith was absolutely right to tell that man, get the fuck out of my face. Absolutely. Please. You ain't qualified to talk basketball with me anymore. To say something like that. Because you want all of us to bow down and accept LeBron James as our king, as our Lord and Savior. These people are sick in the head, man. I'm telling you. They are sick in the head. This cult. It's weird stuff, bro. It's weird stuff. And the fact that they care so much about this agenda to push it through all the avenues and like try to brainwash people, the fact that they care so much about that tells you how insecure they are about where LeBron James really stands. If you really felt like he was a GOAT, you wouldn't feel it was necessary to do all this BS that y'all be, all this extra stuff y'all be doing and demanding of people and putting out revisionist history and false narratives. That tells me that you must not feel LeBron James is your GOAT deep down in your heart, because you wouldn't feel the need to do all this. But the fact that you do all this tells me that off his own accolades, on his own merit, that you feel like his career and everything he's done can't stand on its own, that you got to do all this other stuff to try to convince people. Deep down in your heart, that's how you feel. That's what that tells me. You'll never admit it. Can't get out of your own way. Can't get out of your own feelings. Can't be honest with yourself. Bronzexuals, Rich Paul, even you too, LeBron James. And I'm glad Stephen A. also brought up that last part about LeBron James always deflecting conversations and deflecting questions or whatever. If you had a bad game, you had a bad game. Don't go around talking about, I just want, can't wait to see my family, my kids, it ain't about basketball, it's about being the best father. Dude, no. I guess LeBron James would have you convinced that he's never had a bad game in his career, because apparently he sometimes he just doesn't want to admit to it. Sometimes he doesn't want to answer questions about failure or coming up short. Tries to change the conversations. It's just, I'm glad Stephen A. brought that up, seriously. And I'm glad we have a Jordan guy, or it doesn't have to be Jordan, anybody that thinks that someone is the greatest of all time other than LeBron James. Because you don't really hear that too much anymore from most of these people on the networks. Most of them, not all of them. There's going to come a day, man. I swear that the LeBron James committee, they're going to get a hold of all the media out there somehow on the internet, and their next mission will be to erase any video footage of any turnover LeBron James had. Remove any video footage of missed jump shots, missed game winners. Remove any video footage of him flopping. That is going to be one of their missions. I don't know how long it's going to be, but they're going to be up there erasing everything to have you convinced it never happened. I'm gonna go on LeBron James wiki page tomorrow, and I'm gonna look at his career turnovers, and they're gonna say 0. He's never had any turnovers his whole career. These guys are slimy, man. Slimy, slippery fingers. Disgusting. If you have LeBron James as your greatest of all time, great. Good for you. I'm happy for you. He's not my GOAT. Absolutely not. He's not even in my top 3. But and this happens pretty frequently with me. I'm sure it happens to you too if LeBron James isn't your GOAT. The fact that I would have Larry, Kobe, and Mike ahead of LeBron James, I get attacked. You would have thought I went to a daycare and started punching babies in the face. How some of these guys start talking to me because I believe Larry Bird, Kobe Bryant, and Michael Jordan is better than LeBron James, especially if I say Kobe Bryant and Larry Bird. You would have sworn they just had a newborn baby and I punched it in the face. How they start talking to me and attacking me. Crazy. Crazy. I have no problem debating. We can debate all day. I love debating. Give me your argument, I'll give you my argument. Let's talk about it. It's a fun part of sports. But it starts getting weird when you got these bronze sexuals in here doing a little bit too much to not just provide their argument, but to legitimately try to brainwash you and like forcefully try to change your mind and get very upset that you're not going to change your mind. Like they are trying to force their beliefs on you very aggressively. And at that point, it's not even a debate anymore. It's just silly. It's cool, man. We can have debates and discussions, and sometimes you may be able to convince people and be like, yeah, you know what? I never thought about it that way. That's a good point. Maybe that might, change my stance a little bit. Maybe not. I've had people on this channel say, after watching my content for so long and hearing my opinion and my angle on things, they've actually changed their mind on how they viewed certain players. And that's great. And if it doesn't change your mind, that's great too, because I'm sure you have great angles that I possibly haven't looked at. But what the bronze sexuals do, and Rich Paul and LeBron James himself, that's some other level stuff. That's some weird stuff, man. That ain't even a good sports debate environment. You can't talk to people like this or even reason with them to any capacity. You can't. They're a lost cause. An absolutely lost in space. Ain't no helping them, folks. Ain't no helping them. And if you decide to continue to go to war with these bronze sexuals and his pecking order, I guess pecking order wasn't the right word. His order. Well equip yourself, especially mentally, to deal with the nonsensical and false information that they're going to try to throw in your face aggressively. Because it is exhausting. And usually the quote unquote debate ends up going nowhere. So prepare yourself for an exhausting battle of deflecting bullshit. I didn't even want this video to be so long, but once I start rambling, I start rambling. Anywho, folks, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section, please. Is Stephen A spot on? Am I spot on? Am I good for actually agreeing with Stephen A. Smith, which rarely happens? Or do you disagree? And please tell me why. I would love to hear your opinion. Shout out to everybody. Bird Gang, Jordan Clan, Kobe Clan, Wilt Clan, Magic Clan, Kareem Clan, Duncan Clan, Shaq Clan, Hakeem Clan, and the many more. Bunch of great players in the history of this league. And it's okay if you want to put any one of them ahead of LeBron James. Hell, you know what? Screw it. I'm putting Steve Kerr ahead of LeBron James all time. I said it here. Steve Kerr, all time, a greater basketball player than LeBron James. Peace.